Salam Whaatwaa family, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mr. Whaatwaa, and today, hey yo, skirt, man, check this out. All right guys, we got this video. It's 10 things you didn't know about Hasbulla. All right, let's get into it.
He's the face of combat sports, the biggest breakout star of 2021, and one of the biggest or smallest surprise stories within MMA and some.
Hold on, time out. He's in MMA? Hasbulla's in MMA? All right, let's keep going.
Time. Hasbulla Magomedov shot to fame after a selection of viral videos showed him engaging in a rather hilarious fake fight with another tiny gentleman. But there's a lot about Hasbulla that most fans aren't aware of.
Wow.
And for this video, we're going to tell you everything you need to know about this Dagestan-born viral star.
All right, let's get it.
Number 10. His age. When that first original video that showed Hasbulla throwing kicks and punches first surfaced, the vast majority—
Bro, he's gotta be at least like, what? I don't know, 21, 22. Let's see.
Those who witnessed it thought that this was a young boy, albeit a very aggressive and determined young boy. However, once Hasbulla's stock started to rise, we eventually learned more about him, namely the fact that he wasn't a child at all. At the time of the video's release, Hasbulla is actually 19 years old, and though
The time the video was released, he was 19?
not much is known about him prior to his online explosion, ever since he turned 18, he has been engaging with the masses on social media to great success. Number 9. His condition. Nothing has been conclusively confirmed about Hasbulla's condition, the condition that has left him looking like a child of 4 or 5 years old despite him being a grown man. Standing at just over a meter tall, it is believed that Hasbulla has some form of dwarfism or a growth hormone deficiency, although it is not entirely certain that what exact form he has. His genetic disorder obviously affects his physical frame and his overall appearance, but it also has left him with the speaking voice of a child. Obviously, Hasbulla himself seems to be living his life to the fullest, and though his condition could be described in a more negative light, this Dagestani sensation seems to be taking every possible advantage he can from what could have been a debilitating situation. As a result of his global fame and clear magnetism, it's an oddly inspirational story when you actually stop to think about it. Number 8.
That's crazy. Like, that's all I hear about is Hasbulla. Everything. Like, people are sending me videos. They're like, yo, Mr. Whaatwaa, check this guy out. And I was like, all right. So, it's cool, man. Let's keep it going.
Miss fans. From a recent meeting with Big Nog and Dana White to fans such as Henry Cejudo and KHABIB Nurmagomedov, it's pretty clear that the fight game has taken Hasbulla under their wing, making him something of a talisman of this recent era. He even makes a point of taking jabs at Team KHABIB's great rival Conor McGregor whenever the opportunity presents itself, something that has endeared him further to fans of the Eagle. To put it simply, when Hasbulla is in town, you best believe that some of the biggest names in the sport are hoping to get a picture. If that doesn't give you an impression of this man's appeal, nothing will. Number 7. UFC appearance. Hasbulla was invited to make his first appearance at a UFC event at UFC 267. And no, that doesn't mean that he'll be entering the octagon anytime soon, something that the UFC's rostered fighters are probably grateful for. But at this point in time, he was as heavily featured in the MMA news sphere as some of the actual athletes competing, proving his undeniable star power. He even had an audience with the legendary Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira during Fight Week, giving the Brazilian a taste of his fearsome power by accepting his invitation to punch him in the face. As odd as that sounds, the clip was oddly heartwarming, even if Hasbulla was clearly sizing Big Nog up at every opportunity. As for who would win if Nogueira was in his prime, well, it would be difficult to say. Let us know your own predictions for Minotauro versus Hasbulla matchup in the comment section below.
Literally, I'll tell y'all right now, Hasbulla. Hasbulla's gonna win, obviously.
Number 6. Social media sensation. Though he only began making a splash on social media within the last year, Hasbulla's rise to social media fame has instantly seen him become a subject of many viral videos, memes, and callouts from huge names within the sporting world. With millions upon millions of views under his belt across many different platforms, every time Hasbulla creates content, it's guaranteed gold. Though Instagram is his main outlet, he remains an unavoidable presence on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter, whether through the work of his many fans or the latest fighter who managed to score a photo with him. That's influence right there. Hasbulla is here to stay, folks. Remember, if you're enjoying this video and want to help our channel out, be sure to leave a like to elevate Watch MMA to the very top of MMA YouTube. Number 5. Mini KHABIB. When the viral video that made Hasbulla a star first surfaced, the instant reaction from the world was to declare this young man to be a miniature version of the great KHABIB Nurmagomedov. Both men are fearsome in their aura and both called the Russian state of Dagestan their home. KHABIB himself has been photographed with Hasbulla on several occasions and counts himself as one of Hasbulla's friends. And while the Eagle is comfortably retired and doesn't seem to be looking at a return anytime soon, if he did ever decide to attempt to bring his stellar record to a clean 30-0, you never do know. Perhaps an appearance from Hasbulla during his walkout might be on the cards.
Right.
His fellow Dagestani sensation has been making some serious waves in the fight game, with many esteemed greats within MMA either giving him praise or making time to meet him. Though he was one of the unlikely breakout stars of 2021, it truly does appear as though the sky's the limit for this fearsome but tiny Russian. Number 4. Esteemed company. When Hasbulla revealed that he would be making an appearance at UFC 267, the response of the fight world was one of pretty considerable excitement. Though a relatively new figure within the world of mixed martial arts, Hasbulla's name already carries some weight within the world of MMA. So much so that the UFC president himself, Dana White, made a short video welcoming Hasbulla to Fight Island. And if that wasn't crazy enough, he later revealed that he and Hasbulla were set to have a meeting during their time together in Abu Dhabi. What a meeting like that could involve? Who knows? But when the president of a $4.2 billion company is putting aside time to meet you during a busy fight weekend, you know you've truly made your mark. And though we're guessing Dana isn't coming to him with a fight contract or anything, chances are we'll be seeing more and more of Hasbulla and the UFC on the same screen from here on out. It's a match made in heaven, don't you think? Number 3. Upcoming fight. One of the main stories to emerge from Hasbulla's original viral success was the booking of a fight between him and Abdurozak, a rapper and singer from Tajikistan. Like Hasbulla, he too has a similar form of dwarfism, one that has left him with the body and speaking voice of a small child, despite his 18
Bro, this is going to be the fight of the century. I mean, honestly, like two of them at the same...
years of age. The pair were actively training and promoting a fight that was set to take place under MMA rules. Rozak, who is also a viral sensation, has also been posting videos relentlessly, showcasing his own training and life success. And although it's pretty clear that, of the two, Hasbulla has been the one to find more global success, Rozak remains a considerable star in his own right. As for the fight itself, its future is quite unclear at the time, as the Russian Dwarf Athletic Association stepped in to call this potential matchup unethical, declaring it to make a mockery of actual Paralympic sports. And in many ways, it's a stance that does make sense, although it's hard to know how much control they will ever have over it becoming a reality. For now, both guys are certainly enjoying the limelight, but as things stand, no official announcement has been made. Number 2. Rivalry with Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker made the almighty mistake of signing on the dotted line to take on Hasbulla's friend and fellow Dagestan native, Islam Makhachev. And though Hooker and Makhachev have been fairly respectful of each other up until this point, Hasbulla well and truly injected himself into their dynamic once Hooker was asked about him in a pre-fight press conference. Turning heel, Hooker decided to make a show of support for Hasbulla's rival, Abdurozak, instantly making an enemy of Hasbulla and his fans. Sure, the whole thing was lighthearted, but it didn't take long for the New Zealander to receive a chilling message from Hasbulla, warning him of the dangers of making an enemy of him. Hooker even went as far as to say that he would train Abdu for his matchup with Hasbulla. Obviously, this is never actually going to happen, but for what it was worth, this funny little story grabbed quite a few headlines during fight week, building more anticipation for what was already a huge weekend in Abu Dhabi. Number 1. Long-term goal. Though he has been making considerable waves in the fight game due to his ties to KHABIB Nurmagomedov and more recently Dana White, Hasbulla's own priority in life is one that is far removed from making a splash within the MMA community. Sure, he shot to fame after a video showing him in an hilarious fight went viral, but as far as his own path is concerned, his aims are far more peaceful. As a devout Muslim, Hasbulla has stated that he wishes to use his life to further his...
Bro, Hasbulla's a Muslim? Wow, alhamdulillah, I didn't even know that.
Understanding of the Quran, taking a studious route through the next few years with the hopes of eventually becoming an alim, which would make him a scholar in the Islamic tradition. So while the idea of seeing this breakout star continue to rub shoulders with MMA celebrities is fun, in the long term, Hasbulla seems to have his eyes set on furthering his knowledge of the Muslim religion. It's a noble pursuit, that's for sure, but one that may well come as a surprise to some of you, given our shared introduction to this magnetic celebrity. He might not be looking at a long-term run in the fight game as many would have hoped, but will keep his status as one of the most interesting figures in the world of meme culture today. And that will just about do it for this video.
Alright guys, listen man, that's Hasbulla, man. Literally how can we say this, like the smallest fighter ever, in a sense. Yo, get down in the comment section, guys. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Also, if you got a video you want me to react to, send it to my email, mrwhaatwaa@gmail.com. Yo, Hasbulla's here to stay, as y'all can see, man. The smallest, tiniest, I guess you could say, fighter in the world. Bro, and then just to know that he's Muslim is just a piecing on the cake in a sense. But other than that, man, it's your boy, Whaatwaa, man. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me know more about Hasbulla. If you want to see more of me basically reacting to Hasbulla, get down in the comment section and let me know. All right, guys, I'll holla at y'all, man. Y'all stay safe and take care. Whaatwaa.